Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hockey Now Network. This is Matt Meagher on behalf of National Hockey Now. Today, I'm going to break down the predicted to go number one overall prospect from the 2025 NHL draft that's supposed to come up in just under a month. From the Erie Otters in the OHL, Matthew Schaefer. Schaefer is 6 foot 2 inches tall, 183 pounds, and he's a left shot defenseman. He's your prototypical modern day defenseman. Loves to join the rush, good defensively, good offensively, great skater. Unfortunately, during the World Junior Championship this year, Matthew Schaefer hit the opposing team's net and broke his collarbone and missed 90% of this season. He still managed to put up 7 goals and 15 assists for 22 points in 17 games played before sustaining the injury. This amounted to 4th all-time for draft year points per game from an OHL defenseman. If he would have played the whole season, who knows? He could have been right up there with Zane Parekh. In this video, we're going to be looking at examples of the skill sets that make Matthew Schaefer the player that he is. We're going to be looking at his ability to activate and join the rush, his skating, which he's, spoiler alert, one of the best defensive skaters, if not the best defensive skater in this entire draft class, his defensive capabilities, his shooting, which admittedly is his weakest part of his game, and his playmaking. So without further ado, let's get into it. Matthew Schaefer is your prototypical modern-day defenseman. If you needed an archetype, this would be it. He's great at activating and joining the rush, and when he does, he can bury. Here's a perfect example. Playing a little catch on the line, activates, comes in, and just buries it backhand. That's beauty. Watch this again. Wow. He's very deceptive too. Look how he looks at his defenseman, uses a head fake, completely fools that Swiss player, and then comes in and buries. And this is what I mean when I say the archetype of the modern day defenseman. Shows off his skating, comes in, activates, joins the rush, nice little soft touch, shows off his playmaking as well. And again here, fearless to activate. He's the front man in this rush on the overtime goal, and how about that? And finally, just an example of his puck protect when he does activate. He starts the rush here, protects the puck, and that was a beauty. As I spoiled earlier in the video, Matthew Schaefer is the best skating defenseman in this draft class. In this one, he just gets out of the penalty box, comes flying in, grabs the puck, and that's a nice little move for a defenseman. This is just prime Matthew Schaefer right here. Grabs the puck in his own zone, starts to accelerate, absolutely blows by that guy from the Sioux. And look at that deceptive quick shot. The strength of Schaefer's skating allows him to do so many other things. Watch him blow by these guys, protect the puck, and then jam this 5-hole. He's got very good acceleration, like right here when he really starts to get churning. And unfortunately, this is where he broke his collarbone. Matthew Schaefer's quite good defensively. He's got a little bit of physicality to his game and a good compete level, and that allows him to make some good defensive plays. He's going to stand this guy up at the blue line right there, grab the puck, accelerate behind the net, protect the puck, and start a breakout. Here, good stick on puck, rubs the guy out on the boards, pushes up to try to activate, back checks, steals the puck, and then starts the breakout. And like I said, he's got a bit of physicality to his game. That's a solid body check. The weakest element of Matthew Schaefer's game, unfortunately, is his shooting, and he will have to improve upon this if he wants to be a truly elite level defenseman in the NHL. This shot is an absolute rocket, but unfortunately, this isn't the norm for him. That's an absolute snipe. As you'd expect for a prototype modern day defenseman, Matthew Schaefer's playmaking is congruent with that. It's very strong. Some of his playmaking is quite subtle too, like in this clip. He activates off the blue line, makes a nice little simple pass, and then continues to the net as an option, and that guy just buries. If you ask me for one clip to exemplify Matthew Schaefer's game, it's this right here. Activates, huge move, beauty assist, and let's look at that one more time. That's some puck control right there. Wow, look at that. Again, with some of the deceptiveness of his playmaking. Fakes a shot, couple of head fakes right there, and that's a beautiful assist. And here's a nice set play right here. Shoots low off the far pad to get a rebound. Yeah, that's beautiful. And finally, right here, he grabs the dump in attempt, Backs up to give himself some space, scanning the whole time, makes a nice pass, which leads to a breakaway and a goal. Well, that's going to do it for this look into Matthew Schaefer. He's not guaranteed to go first overall, but is the most likely candidate to go first overall. The Islanders may end up going with the local hometown favorite James Higgins, but Matthew Schaefer is for sure going in the top 3 of this draft. I'm Matt Meagher on behalf of the National Hockey Now Network. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.